allow us to kind of do our daily grind, take care of our family and all that. But we're human too, and we need to have something that, kind of gets us away, even if it's for an hour, so that all our troubles melt away. And in that 1 hour, you can be free and not have any worry in the world.
When COVID hit and when we were all at home and the kids were at home, everybody had to, as I said, shut down their daily activities. I took my camera again, and I've always liked taking nice pictures. Even when you're on vacation, okay, you can take a picture of you, your kids, your
Right.
wife, and post it on
With the
Instagram.
Samsung or something like that.
And post it on Instagram. But every time I'm trying, to take one shot that really makes a difference. My main inspiration comes from all these movies, okay, and books. So I'm trying to visualize in my head a scene of a movie I'd like to see. Okay, and the idea of my art is really, okay, you watch the movie and suddenly you press pause and this is the picture. So yeah, it has really been beneficial for me, and I think even for my wife and the kids, because everybody's enthusiastic about it at home. I've got my pictures everywhere. I would say that yeah, it has really helped me focusing on something. It has helped me staying far from the classic six-pack couch football on TV, definitely.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, yes, it has been very helpful.
Thank you. And to share, basically how this kind of helps you get out of the daily grind of life and, kind of just express yourself on paper. And I mean, the pictures just look amazing.
Priceless, take it to the moon. Priceless, one day will be soon. What is priceless?
Hey everyone, it's Dr. Pham again. Today we have another episode of D-Talk with Dr. Pham. Today I have a special guest who's gonna talk about photography, and I'll let him tell his story. But the focus on this episode really is allow us to kind of do our daily grind, take care of our family and all that. But we're human too, and we need to have something that kind of gets us away, even if it's for an hour, so that all our troubles melt away. And in that 1 hour, you can be free and not have any worry in the world. So without further ado, Pascal, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Pham. Thank you very much for having me here. I think everybody will notice with my strong accent that I'm French, born and raised in Paris 46 years ago. I've been living in Houston for 8 years. I have a master's degree in engineering. I've been working in the oil and gas and petrochemical industry for my entire career. And since COVID, actually, I realized that I had to do something to help me moving forward, having another activity than my regular day job and just my family routine. So everything started from there.
Did the lockdown, how did that affect you? Like between like you and your family, you and your friends, did it feel like you were just trapped inside a body?
I think it was more or less the same for everyone. Suddenly, most of your activities were shut down. So we had to figure out how to remain busy mentally. And despite my engineering degree and consequent career, I've always had in mind to become an artist. The starting point was trying to write a book. I had a lot of ideas, but I think it's a very, very strong commitment to become an author, and it was not really compatible with my regular job. So when COVID hit and when we were all at home and the kids were at home, everybody had to, as I said, shut down their daily activities. I took my camera again, and I've always liked taking nice pictures. even when you're on vacation, okay, you can take a picture of you, your kids, your
Right,
wife, and post it on
with the
Instagram,
Samsung or something like that.
and post it on Instagram. But every time I'm trying, to take one shot that really makes a difference. So I started using my camera again and shooting in the backyard, shooting my family, and starting getting ideas on what I could do. And I was thinking at that time about an exhibition. So I started getting in contact with some galleries, with hotels, and offering them the following: hey, you know what? For the time being, we are unable to be all together in the same room, but I've been shooting pictures about the life in this COVID environment, and the day that everything will be open again, it might be the good opportunity to have everybody in the same room and to put the pictures about life during COVID on the wall and be all together again. So this is where the idea of doing an exhibition, putting my pictures on the wall, this is where everything started.
So how long have you kind of officially kind of started doing the photography, like intensely? Because I'm assuming you probably started out for fun a little bit.
So
and then...
what happened is at that time I had no real lead to put that exhibition in place. I had no real success when I started showing my pictures. So it did not materialize at that time. And then our life went back to normal.
How long ago was that?
It was March 2020 up to the summer of 2020. And then we were back to normal life. Then what happened is I watched a show on Netflix, LA Originals. It's a story about two famous artists, Esteban Oriol and Cartoon, who have been following the hip-hop movement in Los Angeles for the last 30 years. And I was really interested by their artwork, so I purchased their book. And in addition to the quality of the image, what really thrilled me was the quality of the paper. And I really enjoyed touching the book, turning the page. I mean, I think the paper was really bringing a lot to the picture itself. So then I started thinking again about the pictures I took. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stop doing some basic prints at CVS or Costco, and let's find a professional printer so I can get the exact same quality. So I started inquiring, I Googled, and I found this professional printer here in Houston, Nico. And I visited him, and then he had exactly what I was looking for. A wide choice of paper, all different, gloss, matte, very thick, with texture or without. And I printed some samples of nice pictures I had taken in the past. And when I came to collect the prints, the quality was there. It was exactly what I was looking for, at least for myself. But then he started telling me, hey, you know what, Pascal? Your pictures are great. I'm not saying that you're going to quit your day job tomorrow, but there is a market in Houston. Mm-hmm. There is some demand. The offer is not that huge, and it's easy to, you can rent a booth at a fair. You can talk to a studio and try to put your art on display for sale. And at the end of the year, it pays for your hobby, basically. And so then the idea of having my own exhibition came back. And not that long after I had this meeting with this professional printer, I was at a party, and I told about this to a friend of mine. And she told me, hey, you know what? One of my best friends, he owns a gallery in Montrose. I can put you in contact. Mm-hmm. And this is where everything really started. because then I met that person, Dan. He's the owner of Brazil Cafe and Flatland Gallery in Montrose on Westheimer and Dunlavy. And he said, okay, all in. I like your pictures, and let's agree on a date, and you're good to go.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about the exhibit, and basically, if people wanted to buy that piece of art, I mean, how does all this work?
So this is my first exhibition. So I'm not really sure on how it's gonna work. To be 100% honest. So it's gonna start on Friday, the 20th. Our opening ceremony starts at 6 p.m. and so we'll be offering beverages to our audience that night.
That may be worth it right there already.
And I'm partnering with a friend of mine. The gallery is too big for me. I haven't got enough production, so I'm sharing the space with my friend Kathleen, and
she's selling the same thing.
And she's selling the same thing. Her art is photography based, but is slightly different. She starts from a photography and then destructure it, and then recolor it. It's really nice. I really love what she does, but we've got a common theme. I mean, it's all about modern Western. You've got cowboys, cowgirls, guns, steel horses, snakes, all that kind of things. But coming back on the genesis of that exhibition, and what I've been doing and how it has animated me over the last 6 months. So when I had the go ahead from the gallery owner, from Dan, I think we were in March, so it's been 6 months, and I thought I had at that time all my production ready, but not at all. I started getting in contact with friends, family, and telling them about that project. And I've got one friend in France who is experienced with that kind of activity. He's an artist too. And he told me, you know what, Pascal, you cannot put on the wall, pictures that have nothing to do one with the other. You have to get a common theme. Right. And the pictures at that time that I had in mind to put on the wall were not connected. So then I had to start again shooting. So it was, a lot of evenings.
What's your theme?
It's, as I said, it's really modern Western. In France, when I was young, the Wednesday was off school. So Tuesday evening was the day where we were able to watch TV with the parents. And there was that show on the Channel 3. It was always American Western movies. So I've been raised watching these movies. That has always been a fantasy.
Like the Lone Ranger and stuff like that.
Exactly. My favorite are the Sergio Leone the Western spaghetti, but also John Wayne and all this type of movies. My preferred amusement park at that time was called OK Corral. It was in the south of France. It was all about cowboys and Native Americans and their lifestyle, and I really loved it. Then later, when I got older, I read Larry McMurtry, Lonesome Dove, and I love the book. I love the ambience. I love the wild, wide waste, the landscapes. Every time I visit a national park, especially on the west side, starting from Big Ben, but up to Monument Valley and so on and so forth. I really love it.
How do you find these pictures? Like, where do you go to find these pictures that you shoot?
It's as I was saying. My main inspiration comes from all these movies, okay, and books. So I'm trying to visualize in my head a scene of a movie I'd like to see. Okay, and the idea of my art is really, okay, you watch the movie and suddenly you press pause and this is the picture. So I wanted to see some guns. I wanted a close up on a gun. So I've got a picture with guns. I've got pictures with rattlesnakes. I've got. I wanted to replace the horse by Harley Davidson. So I have a friend, and I wanted, in these movies I like the bad guys. So I wanted a tough guy full of tattoos with a Harley Davidson. And actually, I have one of my best friends owns a Harley Davidson and has got some big tattoos. So voilà, this is the way I put all my pictures together.
So, because I'm not really familiar with this, that's why I bring it up. That's why I'm learning something new every time. But so these pictures, do you kind of stitch them together, or are they just individual pictures that you kind of just take, with the raw images, or is it something that, let's say, you can move a horse from this picture over to this picture?
No, they're all individual pictures. I'm trying to some of them work in double because when I think about the display on the wall in a gallery or at your home, I want some geometric figures to happen. So, for instance, I've got some two pictures of a train. In my mind, they should go together. I mean, people should not buy only one. It should be the two together because they make a very nice geometric figure. Same for others with some big rifle. I've got some geometry behind it. I've got two pictures of a cowgirl. I call her the sexy pistolera. And same, I mean, for me, they go together. For my biker friends, I've got one picture, one close-up on his tattoo, and I've got one picture with the Harley Davidson and all the chromes. I took the picture with the sun behind me. I mean, it explodes. I mean, the quality, the beauty of the metal on that picture is really astonishing.
And so, like, when you take these pictures, are you using high tech, or I don't know if I want to call it high tech, but like expensive lenses and stuff like that? And also, how did you even get into this in the first place?
Alors, regarding your question about the material, the equipment, not at all. I'm using my. It's true. It's simple. I bought that digital camera when my second son was born, and he's about to turn 16. So, and I've never bought any other since then. I bought some second-hand lenses on eBay to get a different focus, but so the camera is quite old. And to be 100% honest with you, there are some time, I've got the picture. I'm driving and I see the picture. I haven't got my camera with me, so what I do, iPhone takes very good picture.
Oh yeah, I've seen some.
Yeah. Because as I said, I'm not really into the technicity and the art of photography. Me, it's more like I'm gonna shoot a movie and I'm just gonna play pose. This is the scene I want to display because it provides me with some deep feelings. And I guess that if it has that impact on me, it can have the exact same impact on others. And this is where I'm going to try to find my audience.
Right. So, I heard you mention about this Harley Davidson picture with the guy with the tattoo. Can you show me?
Sure. So this is the one with big muscle arm and tattoos with a reflection of his sorry Billy nasty face in the mirror.
That is so intriguing.
I love my friend Billy. He's one of the nicest guys on earth. But
so for all those who you listen to the podcast, then obviously you won't be able to see it. But if you go onto YouTube, just type in "D Talk with Dr. Pham" and it'll pull up this episode, so you guys can get to see the pictures that he's showing me, which is that's pretty amazing.
And this is the other one I was talking about with his Harley Davidson motorbike. The sun was behind me, so all the metal is really shining. He's got his jacket from the Thin Blue line. That is his Rider Club. Very, very famous in Texas. I think this is the biggest biker club in Texas.
Now, of all are all of your pictures kind of in black and white?
They're all in black and white. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I shoot in color, and then I just filter.
Well, and what is it about the black and white that you like versus the color?
I think it's just my personal feeling. Honestly, talking to people, friends, families around me, when you start talking about photography as an art, people always come back to black and white.
Right.
If you just do a comparison in the world of photography, I think you'll have like 80% of the artistic photography that are in black and white. I find them much more beautiful in black and white than in
It's
color.
basically a classic.
It's classic, and sometimes I'll use some, some specific tone to give kind of old-fashioned taste to the picture that I could not get in color.
Right. Okay. Well, so it looks like on here the exhibit is going to run from. You can see this right here, but I'll read it. It's going to run from October 20th through the 29th, with the grand opening on the 20th from 6 to 9 p.m. And it's is the place called Flatland Gallery?
Flatland Gallery, yes.
Okay.
As I said, it's the same ownership than Brazil. It is a restaurant that is sharing the...
not Fogo de Chao, Texas de Brazil?
No, not at all. It's just Brazil Café.
Okay,
It's not a Brazilian restaurant at all. It's not Brazilian. Non está brasileiro.
Okay.
But it's a very nice place. There is a huge patio outside at that time of the year. You can come with families and friends on weekend, have a Saturday, Sunday brunch or happy hour. Enjoy the space, and you've got a direct access to the gallery. You can access the gallery either through a steamer or through the restaurant. So that's a perfect spot for sharing a good time with your loved ones, and take the opportunity to come and see our art.
Right. So I didn't read the address before because people who are not on YouTube won't be able to see it, but basically it's at 1709 Westheimer Road, Houston, Texas 77098. So it sounds like it's a family-friendly environment, I'm assuming, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
That they can bring the kids and everything.
And it's even pet-friendly. A lot of dogs. They're allowed in the outside area. I was there yesterday to discuss with the owner about the setup of the event, and I arrived there around 11. It was packed, and with, as I said, really, really family friendly. So do not hesitate to show up, and you can kill two birds with one stone. Attend the exhibition, see our art, buy it if you like it, and then have a nice meal or a nice drink with your friends.
Awesome. So what do the price range, and about approximately how many pictures do you have?
Yeah, so there will be 14 on my side, 14 pictures on display. I think Kathleen will have slightly less, 10 to 12. And for the price, I don't know for her, so I'm gonna speak just for me. Depend on the size, depend on the paper I've used, depend on if you want it framed or if you want to buy just the picture.
So they can get
the range. It's from 150 to 500.
Right. So they can get it framed there if they want to.
I can offer them to frame it and then deliver to their house. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
But sometimes people, they've got their own framer or they want something very specific, so that's why they can also just buy the picture and then they can take care of the framing themselves. For the very large print, because my largest are 30 by 45 inches. That's huge.
Yeah.
And I mounted them on gutterboard, so it's not necessary to be framed. You can just put it on the wall like this, but if you want, yeah, of course you can frame it.
Right. And then do you do special requests? Like if, somebody wants a specific picture, do you do that? Or is it kind of, you kind of only have your own kind of theme type pictures?
That's funny that you're asking because coming back to my biker friend Billy, the first so we did all the shootings at his place, and the first time I went, he was still taking his shower, so I introduced myself to his wife, and we started chit chatting, and her first reaction to the fact that I was a photographer was, hey, you know what? We're gonna celebrate our anniversary, and I'd like some pictures to be taken, and no, I'm bad. I mean,
Right.
I'm gonna fail. That's not at all my specialty. I have not the proper skill set, so no, that's not the type of things I can do. A friend of mine, he had this beautiful new red Corvette, and he told me, "Oh, you know what? You're a photographer. Let's go out and take some pictures." And I didn't want to say no, so I said, "Okay, let's try." But the results were absolutely
Right.
awful. So no, I'm just taking pictures for myself based on what provide me with these feelings that I'd like to share with my audience.
Right. So tell me, because this show is really kind of delve into kind of men's health a little bit, and mental health is a very real thing. 20 years ago, everybody's kind of nervous about talking about it and all that. I think nowadays mental health is actually very important, especially in the age of social media and all that. So, do you feel like this art is a form of therapy for you?
Well, first, I haven't. How do you say in English? I haven't declared myself sick.
Right.
I've always considered that I was more or less in good health, mentally and physically. But it's not the art itself. And this is where I think we should open the door. It's a project. What has really kept me sharp and on the edge and motivated, and I started dreaming about it. I was waking up at night and I got this idea and we should do this and that, and on weekends, rather than sometimes you stay lazy on the couch and you just take the remote and watch crap on TV. I had this project, so it forced me to go out to meet a lot of people that I would have never met before. Look, I'm here with you this afternoon because of what? Because of the project. I met a lot of artists. I visited a lot of galleries in Houston, studios. We spent full Saturdays with my spouse, with my wife Lena, going out and trying to get some hints and tips on what we could do for the exhibition. So yeah, it has really been beneficial for me, and I think even for my wife and the kids, because everybody's enthusiastic about it at home. I've got my pictures everywhere, even the kids. But they're time to time they ask a question, they want to see a photo, they've got their favorite, and so it has been great for everyone. So I would say that it has really helped me focusing on something. It has helped me staying far from the classic six-pack couch football on TV, definitely.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, yes, it has been very helpful, and it is costing me some money. Let me be honest. When you ask me about the price, I mean, I get almost nothing for me. I just like to be reimbursed for all my expenses.
Right.
The large prints on very high quality paper, the rental of the space, and all the marketing, the flyer. I mean, at the end, it's a bill I have to pay. So, but if I manage to be more or less break even, I think I've already got some ideas for the next show. I think it's very important to have a project in life out of your daily routine job that is for yourself, that you can share with your loved one. It's very helpful. It's motivating, and you can see. I mean, I was afraid before I came. Okay, what I'm gonna say. I mean, maybe it's gonna last only 5-10 minutes, but I mean, I could stay the entire afternoon with you and talk for hours. I've got, and this is apart from the fact that yes, of course, I'd like to. I mean, I think that if I can manage to sell, it's not about the money, it's about the recognition.
Right.
Because when somebody really says, okay, you know what, I like your art so much that I want it in my living room, I want it in my office, and I'm gonna pay for it. So there is a type of recognition that, of course, I'm looking for. I would be disappointed if I don't sell any. Let me be honest. So I was saying that it's about recognition, but also I'd like really to share with the audience. I'd like them to come to the show, and if they don't buy, they don't buy. I don't care, because I like to share all the stories behind these pictures.
Right.
I haven't told you everything about the 2 pictures of the riders, but there are some stories behind.
Right.
And
I already assumed that there has to be a story.
Every single picture has a story.
Right.
So I'm excited to be in contact with the audience. We've already organized two sessions with the French community. It's called Meet the Artist, so people can come and have the kind of a guided tour of the exhibition, where you can explain the genesis of each and every picture, and organized by the French community. But every language is more than welcome, and we'll translate, we'll work French-English, and that's really what I'm looking forward to.
And is it inside this Flatland Gallery?
The Meet with the Artist event will be on Saturday 21st afternoon and Wednesday 23rd.
Right. And so this is not like an outside area.
No. The gallery, it's an inside gallery.
Area.
The outside area I was referring to is the patio of the restaurant. In the restaurant, you can either have your drinks or meal inside or outside. There is a huge space outside, which makes the happy hour time or lunch very, very, very nice. And coming back to the Meet with the Artist, I'll be there all the time. I mean, I'm planning to be there the entire weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, from like late morning until early evening. And every evening after I quit my first job, I'm gonna go to my second job, which is the artist. That's my pitch. At work, I was distributing the flyers to my colleagues, and my introduction was, hey, you know what? After 8 years in Texas, I've become a true American. I've got 2 jobs. I work for my company during the day, and I work as an artist at night and on weekends.
That's true. Well, so basically, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. For those who can't see the picture, if you watch the YouTube episode, they'll pop it up on here, but it sounds like very interesting. So I would definitely swing by, like Pascal said, have a drink. You don't necessarily need to buy anything, but you get to at least hear the story behind the pictures, which is what I would find most interesting. So it runs from October 20th to the 29th, and it's at the Flatland Gallery at 1709 Westheimer Road, Houston, Texas 77098. So bring the family. He said it's family friendly, and so enjoy dinner there. Watch some of the art that's presented there, and who knows, you may have one hanging in your house after this experience. So, but thanks for coming on, Pascal. And
thanks for having me, Dr. Pham.
Yeah, thank you, and to share, basically how this kind of helps you get out of the daily grind of life and, kind of just express yourself on paper. And I mean, the pictures just look amazing. And you're right. I just don't think the color would make it a powerful impact statement like how you do it now, where it's in black and white. So, but once again, thanks for coming on and sharing your artwork, and then hopefully you'll sell a lot of art, obviously. So
thank you,
and don't forget about us little people once you make it.
Yes, don't worry. And just to add one thing, remember when I told you about the genesis of this entire story with the book I had and the quality of the paper. Seeing a picture on your phone or on a computer is definitely not the same. So that's why I'm inviting everybody to come to the exhibition. The prints are giant and on very high-end photo paper. It makes a total difference. You can like a picture. If you like my pictures on the computer or on Instagram, on Facebook, you love them on the
In real
wall
life.
with the very, very professional printing.
Right. Awesome. So I hope the exhibit's successful, and then hopefully you're gonna have the second exhibit, and let's see what surprise you'll bring there. So, all right, Pascal, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And then once again, if you guys enjoyed this, please subscribe. Click on the button below. We're pretty much on all the major social media, Spotify, Apple, Facebook, YouTube is a big one because you get to actually see the pictures and the drawings on episodes. I do drawing and all that. So once again, thank you for your continued support so that we can keep this going. All right. So until next time, this is Dr. Pham
We
signing
gon'
off.
do it like it's priceless. Take it to the moon. Priceless. One day will be soon. Like it's priceless.